Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a question. What is the difference between those who dream and those who succeed? It is not talent. It is not luck. It is not even opportunity. It is the courage to push themselves when no one else is watching. Greatness requires pressure because nothing of true value is ever formed without resistance. Just like a diamond is created under the immense pressure of the earth, human potential is unlocked through the weight of challenges, trials, and obstacles. Many people wish for a smooth life, free from problems and disappointments. But what they fail to realize is that comfort never produces greatness. Pressure is the environment where hidden strength, resilience, and creativity are forced to rise to the surface. Without it, the best parts of us remain dormant, unused, and undeveloped. The person you are today is largely the product of the pressures you have faced and survived. And the person you are capable of becoming will be revealed in the pressures you are yet to endure. When you look at history, you find that every great leader, innovator, or reformer emerged in seasons of struggle. It was not ease that shaped them, but adversity. They were pressured by circumstances that demanded they think differently, act courageously, and endure beyond what they believed they could handle. This pressure becomes a teacher, shaping character, sharpening vision, and training persistence. Without opposition, there is no reason to stretch. Without resistance, there is no reason to grow. Pressure is not your enemy. It is the tool that molds you into who you were designed to be. Consider the seed planted in the soil. It is pressed down, buried in darkness, and surrounded by dirt. From the outside, it seems like the end. Yet, it is in that very place of pressure where the miracle of growth begins. The seed pushes against the soil until it breaks through to the light. The same principle applies to life. Your potential is like that seed. Unless it is buried under the pressure of responsibility, challenges, and tests, it will never sprout into greatness. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to push upward, to develop roots of resilience and branches of strength that can weather storms. Pressure also has the unique ability to strip away what is unnecessary. It removes distractions and comforts, forcing you to focus on what truly matters. When life applies pressure, excuses no longer work. Complaints no longer help. Only determination and action can carry you forward. This is why people who endure hardship often emerge stronger, wiser, and more effective than those who live sheltered, easy lives. The very thing you pray to escape may be the very thing that is equipping you for the destiny you are meant to fulfill. Another dimension of pressure is that it reveals what is inside. Just as squeezing a fruit brings out the juice, pressure in life brings out your true character. If faith is inside, pressure will reveal it. If courage is inside, pressure will call it out. If discipline and persistence are within you, pressure will refine them into excellence. You cannot truly know the depth of your strength until life presses against you. It is in the moments when you feel stretched beyond your limit that you discover new capacities you never imagined you had. Greatness, then, is not the absence of hardship, but the mastery of it. Pressure refines vision, purifies motives, and strengthens resolve. It turns weakness into resilience and fear into faith. Those who run from pressure never tap into their full potential, but those who embrace it allow it to transform them. The weight you feel today is not meant to crush you, it is meant to create you. Stop waiting for perfect conditions, because the truth is they do not exist. Many people hold back their dreams, delay their goals, and postpone their actions because they are waiting for everything to line up just right. They say they will start when they have more money, more time, more support, or when circumstances are less complicated. But life never presents the perfect setup. There will always be challenges, distractions, and uncertainties. If you wait until everything feels ideal, you will never begin, and your dream will remain only a thought that never materializes. Progress belongs to those who are willing to start in imperfection, to take action even in uncertainty, and to move forward despite the messiness of life. The myth of perfect conditions is one of the greatest thieves of destiny. It lulls people into procrastination, making them believe that the right moment is somewhere in the future instead of now. The truth is the right moment is created, not found. Those who succeed understand that opportunities rarely come dressed in convenience. They come disguised in difficulty, risk, and sacrifice. The successful are not those who had it easy, but those who started where they were, with what they had, and trusted that progress would meet them along the way. If you keep waiting for things to be perfect, you are essentially telling life that you are not ready, and life will take you at your word. Think about the greatest inventions, businesses, and movements in history. They did not begin under perfect conditions. They were born out of necessity, scarcity, and imperfection. The Wright brothers did not wait until they had advanced technology to attempt flight. They worked with what little they had. Entrepreneurs who built global empires did not start with endless resources. Many began in garages, small offices, or borrowed spaces. Leaders who transformed societies did not wait for peace and harmony to act. They stepped forward in times of conflict and unrest. If they had waited for perfect conditions, the world would still be waiting. The pursuit of perfection often becomes a convenient excuse for fear. People say they are waiting for the right time, but in reality, they are waiting to feel less afraid of failure. Yet fear never disappears completely. You overcome fear by acting in the presence of it, not by waiting for it to vanish. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. When you accept that conditions will never be flawless, you free yourself from the trap of waiting and give yourself permission to begin. Starting imperfectly is far better than never starting at all. Another important truth is that movement itself creates clarity. You may not have all the answers at the beginning, but answers reveal themselves as you walk the path. Too often people demand certainty before taking the first step, but certainty comes through experience, not speculation. When you act, doors open that you could not see before. When you move, opportunities appear that were invisible while you were standing still. Life rewards momentum, and momentum only comes when you stop waiting and start moving. Waiting for perfect conditions also blinds you to the fact that growth happens in the process, not before it. You do not become ready and then act. You act and become ready along the way. Readiness is forged in motion, in mistakes, in lessons, and in adjustments. Every step you take, even if it feels small or clumsy, is a step closer to mastery. Those who demand perfection before they begin rob themselves of the journey that actually makes them capable of handling success. The time you have now is the best time you will ever get. The resources you have now are enough to begin. The opportunities around you are sufficient to create momentum. If you keep telling yourself that tomorrow will be better, you will find that years have passed and nothing has changed. Progress does not belong to the one who waits. It belongs to the one who acts in faith, who pushes through uncertainty, and who builds even when the conditions are not perfect. Destiny is locked within you because every individual is born with a unique purpose, a calling that cannot be found outside, but only discovered within. Too often, people spend their lives searching for meaning in external places, chasing validation from society, comparing themselves to others, or waiting for someone to give them permission to live fully. Yet destiny is not handed down from others. It is embedded in your very being. It is like a seed placed inside you at birth, carrying the potential to become something significant. But it requires your willingness to nurture it, unlock it, and bring it into reality. No one else holds the key to your future. It is already in your possession, and only you can turn it. When you look at your natural gifts, passions, and abilities, they are not random. They are clues pointing toward your destiny. The things that stir your heart, the dreams that keep you awake at night, and the talents that come alive when you use them are not accidents. They are signals from within, guiding you toward the life you were created to live. Unfortunately, many people silence those inner signals because of fear, doubt, or the voices of others. They conform to expectations, follow paths that others choose for them, and settle for less than what they are capable of becoming. As a result, they live unfulfilled, not because destiny abandoned them, but because they never unlocked what was already inside. The idea that destiny is locked within you also means that no external circumstance can truly stop you. Environment, background, or even setbacks cannot erase what is planted within. You may come from a difficult upbringing, face financial struggles, or endure failures, but these are only external factors. They do not determine your destiny, they merely test your commitment to it. When you understand this, you stop blaming life, people, or systems for holding you back. You begin to take responsibility, realizing that what happens around you is less important than what you choose to do with what is inside you. Unlocking your destiny requires self-discipline, vision, and courage. It demands that you dig deep, confront your fears, and push beyond comfort. Just as a locked treasure requires effort and determination to open, your destiny requires perseverance and intentionality. It is not something that reveals itself easily, and that is why so many give up before they find it. But those who keep seeking, who refuse to settle, who keep pressing forward despite obstacles, eventually unlock the doors that lead to fulfillment. The struggle is not evidence that destiny does not exist. It is evidence that what is inside you is valuable enough to be protected until you are strong enough to handle it. What makes destiny so powerful is that it is uniquely yours. No one else can live it for you, no one else can take it from you, and no one else can replace it. Imitation may bring temporary success, but true greatness only comes when you embrace your own path. This means you must stop measuring your life against the timelines of others and trust the journey that is unfolding within you. The pace may be slower than you imagined, the road may be harder than you expected, but the fulfillment of living true to your inner purpose is greater than anything external achievement can offer. Destiny locked within you also serves as a reminder that you already have enough to begin. You do not need to wait until you acquire more resources, more recognition, or more approval. Everything required for your purpose is already deposited in you, waiting to be developed. Just as an acorn holds the potential of a mighty oak tree, you carry within you the capacity for influence, greatness, and impact. The question is not whether destiny exists inside you. The question is whether you are willing to take responsibility to unlock it. Comfort kills dreams because it creates the illusion of safety while quietly suffocating growth. Human beings naturally desire ease, routine, and predictability, but greatness is never birthed from places of convenience. When you choose comfort over challenge, you settle into mediocrity and silence, the call of your potential. Dreams require risk, effort, and sacrifice, yet comfort convinces you that what you have right now is good enough, even if deep inside you know it is far less than what you are capable of achieving. This silent compromise robs countless people of the future they were meant to experience. Every dream comes with a cost, and that cost is often the willingness to leave behind comfort. It may be the comfort of a secure job, the comfort of familiar surroundings, or the comfort of old habits. Stepping into the unknown feels intimidating, but it is the only way to grow. Comfort whispers, "Stay here, it's safe," but that safety is deceptive. Safety can quickly turn into stagnation, and stagnation eventually turns into regret. Years pass, opportunities fade, and people realize too late that comfort was not their friend, but their captor. Growth lives outside the boundaries of comfort. Muscles do not get stronger unless they are stretched, challenged, and even torn slightly in training. Minds do not expand unless they are exposed to new ideas, perspectives, and disciplines. Lives do not transform unless people willingly disrupt their routines and step into unfamiliar territory. Comfort avoids pain, but it also avoids progress. The very discomfort you resist is often the birthplace of the person you are meant to become. Comfort also fuels procrastination. It convinces you to delay action, to wait for tomorrow, to push dreams further into the future. You tell yourself you will start when conditions are better, when you feel more ready, or when it is more convenient. Yet tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year, and before long, dreams are buried under excuses. Comfort may keep you from immediate stress, but it costs you the fulfillment of your destiny. Another danger of comfort is that it makes you dependent on approval and familiarity. You hesitate to take bold steps because they may disrupt relationships, provoke criticism, or make others uncomfortable. You choose to blend in rather than stand out, to follow the path of least resistance instead of creating a new trail. But dreams are never realized by those who cling to conformity. They require boldness, originality, and the willingness to stand alone if necessary. Comfort conditions you to seek the approval of others, but greatness demands you rise above it. Comfort also blinds you to the urgency of time. You assume you have endless chances, endless days, endless opportunities, but time is passing whether you act or not. Each day spent in comfort is a day your dream loses momentum. The people who achieve their visions are not always the most talented, but they are the ones who refuse to be trapped in comfort. They push through fear, through doubt, and through inconvenience because they understand that life is too short to waste in safety. Dreams demand discomfort. They demand late nights, early mornings, sacrifices, risks, and perseverance. They demand that you endure seasons of uncertainty and pressure. It is in those seasons that character is formed, skills are sharpened, and vision becomes clear. Comfort avoids all of this, which is why comfort kills dreams. Choosing comfort is choosing to remain the same, but choosing discomfort is choosing transformation. The dream you carry within you is worth the pain, worth the risk, and worth leaving the safety of comfort behind. Push yourself despite obstacles, because challenges are not signs to stop, but signals to grow stronger. Every obstacle you face is a test of your determination, discipline, and desire for the dream you claim to pursue. It is easy to stay motivated when the road is smooth, but true character is proven when the path is filled with barriers. Those barriers are not designed to destroy you. They are meant to stretch you, to sharpen you, and to prepare you for the weight of your destiny. If success came without resistance, it would be cheap, and you would not be prepared to handle it. The very obstacles that stand before you today are shaping the strength you will need tomorrow. Life does not promise ease. It promises opportunity disguised as difficulty. Each time you encounter resistance, you are presented with two choices: to stop and surrender, or to push yourself further. Most people quit at the first sign of struggle because they mistake difficulty for impossibility. But those who understand the value of perseverance know that obstacles are not walls. They are doors that only open when you keep pushing. Persistence is the key that unlocks progress, and without it, even the greatest dream will remain locked away. Obstacles come in many forms: lack of resources, lack of support, personal doubts, or external opposition. Yet none of these have the power to stop a determined soul. History is filled with men and women who began with nothing, who were told it could not be done, who faced rejection, failure, and criticism, yet they kept moving forward. They discovered that pushing against the weight of obstacles builds the very strength required to carry their vision. What seems like a setback is often the training ground for breakthrough. Without those battles, you would not develop the endurance to stand when greater challenges arise. When you push yourself despite obstacles, you begin to realize that the real battle is not external but internal. The obstacle outside is far less intimidating than the doubts, fears, and excuses inside. The mind will tell you to quit, to wait, or to lower your standards, but the spirit within you knows that perseverance births greatness. Overcoming obstacles begins with mastering your thoughts, with refusing to give in to discouragement, and with reminding yourself daily why you started. When your why is strong enough, no obstacle can make you quit. Another important truth about obstacles is that they reveal creativity and resilience. When the straightforward path is blocked, you are forced to think differently, to innovate, and to find solutions you never would have discovered otherwise. Many of the greatest inventions, movements, and breakthroughs in history were born out of obstacles. Adversity pushed people to stretch beyond the ordinary, to look within themselves, and to tap into resources they did not know they had. Without obstacles, they would have settled for average. With obstacles, they discovered genius. Pushing yourself despite obstacles also builds credibility. People are not inspired by those who had it easy. They are inspired by those who endured, who fought, who refused to give up. Your perseverance becomes a testimony to others that obstacles are not the end, but the beginning of something greater. Every scar becomes a story, every failure becomes a lesson, and every victory becomes proof that resilience is stronger than resistance. The truth is, obstacles will never disappear. The higher you climb, the greater the challenges you will face. But if you train yourself to push forward in the face of resistance, you build a lifestyle of persistence. You stop seeing obstacles as threats and start seeing them as stepping stones. Each time you push yourself beyond an obstacle, you rise to a new level of strength, wisdom, and capacity. The road to your dream is not easy, but it is worth every struggle, every sacrifice, and every push you give despite the obstacles in your way. The world rewards bold action because nothing significant is ever achieved by hesitation or fear. Opportunities exist all around, but they reveal themselves only to those who are willing to step forward with courage. Bold action is the difference between a dreamer and a doer, between those who talk about change and those who make it happen. You can have the most brilliant ideas, the most detailed plans, and the greatest potential, but if you never take decisive action, the world will never recognize you. Success is not handed to the timid, it is claimed by the bold. Bold action does not mean recklessness. It means moving forward in faith, even when the outcome is uncertain. Too often, people spend their lives waiting for guarantees, waiting to know every detail before they move, but life does not work that way. There will always be risks, there will always be doubts, and there will always be reasons to wait. Those who achieve greatness accept uncertainty as part of the process and choose to act anyway. Their courage sets them apart from the countless others who hesitate. The world notices boldness because boldness creates movement, and movement creates results. Every great achievement in history is the result of someone daring to act when others held back. Leaders who changed nations, inventors who transformed industries, and visionaries who shaped societies all shared one trait. They acted boldly. They were willing to face criticism, endure failure, and stand alone if necessary, because they understood that action speaks louder than intention. While the majority debated and doubted, they moved forward, and it was their movement that shifted the course of history. Bold action also attracts attention and resources. When people see someone taking decisive steps, they are more likely to lend support. Investors invest in bold leaders, followers rally behind bold vision, and opportunities gravitate toward those who demonstrate confidence. The world admires courage because it is rare, and when it sees someone embodying it, doors open. On the other hand, hesitation breeds doubt. If you do not believe in your own actions strongly enough to move, why should anyone else believe in you? Boldness communicates conviction, and conviction commands respect. Another truth is that bold action creates momentum. A small but courageous step often sets in motion a chain of events that leads to breakthroughs. Action multiplies itself. One bold decision opens the door to the next. And suddenly, what once felt impossible becomes achievable. Fear loses its grip the moment you act in spite of it. Boldness is contagious. It energizes you and inspires others around you to rise above their own fears. A single act of courage can ignite a movement greater than yourself. Bold action also transforms the individual. Every time you take a courageous step, you expand your capacity, strengthen your confidence, and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. Playing it safe may protect you from failure, but it also shields you from growth. The world does not remember those who stayed safe. It remembers those who dared to risk. Failure itself is not the enemy, inaction is. Failure teaches, but hesitation robs. The bold learn through action, and in learning, they eventually win. Life offers countless opportunities, but most people miss them because they come disguised as risk. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary lies in the willingness to seize the moment with boldness. Bold action does not wait for permission, it creates the path. The world does not reward intentions, it rewards results. And results are produced only when someone has the courage to act with determination and persistence.